Welcome to Little Chats with Oma. Welcome.
Utilizing your income. I think that's the right word to use. Utilizing your income. And when you talk about income, you talk about the money one earns by working or by capitalizing on the work of others. That's income. And then when you talk about utilizing, is a way of how you use something or how well you manage something, and then you bring it down to money, because money is actually like, I don't know, but money is something we have to like deal with every day of our life. Do you get money? It's with money you can get your water, you can get food. So money is actually like very essential. It's something that is actually very essential for man. And then you ultimately have to behave with money, and then money is actually it's deeply rooted in how we think about. Then many people do not know how to spend money or where their income goes to. They don't know how much, like they don't know how to spend their earnings, how to spend their incomes. Do you get? And then what percentage goes to food, what percentage goes to transport, what percentage goes to clothing. These are things so many persons don't know. Okay, how do you know these things?
And maybe what percentage should be invested or saved? Or
Yes. Like, okay, then how do you know all these things? How would you know? The best thing is you should make an evaluation. Write down things you do with money after every month. If it's your bank statement you want to do with, print out your bank statement. Do you get? Print out your bank statements. Make sure that these things, okay, what do you spend more on in the end of every month? Is it transport? Is it food? Is it clothing? Know what you spend more on, as like in every month. Know what you spend more. That way it will help you know how to cut down some things that are not really necessary. Do you get? Write down everything you spend on money in the end of every month. Separate your findings from your wants and needs. That's the best thing to do. Then one thing you do not know is that if you do not treat money with respect, money will actually leave you without respect. And this is actually very deep, because bringing it down to celebrities, for examples, you hear people saying, this celebrity is broke, this one is this. It's not like they don't earn. No, when you say they are broke, it's not like they don't earn. Do you get? But how much have you been able to invest? How much have you been able to save? Because they are celebrities, and because they want to live up to this expectation. Do you get? They don't want to repeat clothes twice. They don't want to be seen eating in a low standard eatery. They want to go for a very high one. They don't want to be lodging in they don't want to be lodging in an hotel that it's not really standard. Do you get? So they want to like go for high things, and then in the end you find out that they've done most of their spendings on just things that are not really necessary. They are just trying to please others. Life of the celebrities, some of the celebrities, and then before you know it, you'll be like, this celebrity, this one is broke, this one is this, because they've not been able to map out their wants from their needs. And this is what you should do. And then debt is actually very useful to attain financial success or comfortability, but how do you use it matters a lot. For someone wealthy people, they use debt to as a tool to leverage their investments and grow their cash flow. But the lower than average uses debt to buy things that make people richer. Do you get? Like all these rich people, it's actually okay to like get a loan and everything. It's actually okay to get a loan. But thing is, what are you using these capitals, this loan you've gotten to do? Are you using it to improve yourself? Borrowing a loan is one thing. That is one thing I always tell some people. before you have this money, you must have mapped out something you actually want to use money for. Else when the money comes, you just squander it without even achieving something. You must have things written down. I said this last week. You must have things written down, and then when you have these things written down, that's when the money comes in, you'll be like, okay, this is where you're channeling this into. You want to put this money into this, you want to put this. You must have things written down. This is it. And then for this lower than average, if you don't think well, you end up spending the money on, because you've borrowed this money, use it. Okay, I don't have enough clothes, let me get clothes. These designer bags, I need to get it for this owambe. Ashoke, we do not. You end up spending ashebi money. You earn like 500,000 naira per month, and then you spend ashebi for every month will be around 46,000 naira, and you attend every party in your neighborhood, every this thing, and you want to come out, you want to turn up the best with ashebi 46,000. You still have to get your bags, you still have to get your shoes, your clothing, you still have to do your feedings. You're earning 500,000 naira. Remember, someone that is even earning 50k is trying to like make little investments. You that is now earning 500, you come out and say you're broke. How? I don't understand. How are you broke? Because you've not been able to manage your finances well, properly. You've not been able to manage them properly. You can borrow to acquire an asset that will be appreciated that will be appreciated and that will add to value. Do you get? Add to your value while working. And then another thing is, while working, people don't know things they are supposed to do, things that will come up. Our parents, for example, now they take us as their pension. What do I call it? Their pension. Maybe their pension, for example, let me put it that way. So they take us as their investment, because most parents believe that they just want to invest very well on their kids, so that when they are old, their kids in return would now take good care of them. This is actually what most parents believe, and that's why our parents are training us, abi. But one thing is to be on a safe side. What you have to do is, while working, have you ever thought of having an emergency fund? Have you thought of having an emergency fund in case, God forbid, you lose your job or you lose that huge contract? Do you have much money, what it takes at least for you to survive? Do you have an insurance concerning your properties, just in case anything happens? Do you have insurance? Do you have an insurance that will help, that okay, you don't go down? I heard so many people say, hey, this person and this man was very rich before, very very rich now, he's a very poor man, or he doesn't have anything. Some of these things is planning. You're working, you're earning very well, and you feel that people are actually like, anything can actually happen. You might lose that job, God forbid. That huge contract you're trying to hope on, you might actually lose it. That's just the fact. So when you lose these things, do you have an emergency fund? Have you been able to invest? Do you have investments that can help you? Okay, it's not really shake you. Do you understand that it won't really shake you? There are actually low risk investments or low risk ventures you can actually invest on, things that will not really crash. Do you get? And funny enough is, what people do not know is, the reality is not everyone is cut out to be a boss. My idea is my idea. Your purpose is yours. Your purpose is something that drives you to be successful. Just be sure that your idea solves a problem that people will be willing to pay for. Because I said not everyone is cut up to be a boss, I know some people will be like, then what are you now saying? You can actually not be a boss and you can still earn higher. How? You can invest, buy shares, invest, partner with people, partner with companies that are actually very good, and then this earns you money. Think of think of times you've overspent and misbehaved against the money goals you've set. Make list of things that triggers you into spending and lists of ways to avoid things that triggers the spending. That way you'll be able to cut down expenses. If it's that shoe, if it's shoe that you spend money on most times, I don't think you need too many shoes. Cut down. If you're this type of person that buys like 10 shoes every month, you can cut it down to probably 3 or 4. Do you get? If you can buy 3 or 4 shoes every month for someone that buys up to 10 shoes every month, it's still very okay. If it's clothing that make you spend more, cut it down and invest more.